Hi, my name is Chris Ruzzin. I was born in the mid-60s with a disability that is very unusual that not many people have heard of. It's called arthrogryposis multiplex. It primarily consists of a limited mobility of your muscles and joints, which makes it very difficult to function as a normal everyday person. Because of this disability, I wasn't able to start walking till I was around the ages of 4.5 to 5 years old. And even at that time, I had difficulty walking every day. And then I had corrective surgeries to help make my situation better. I also attended the everyday public schools and private schools, the grade schools, high schools, and universities. I didn't start driving till I was about 25, 26 years of age. And at that time was in the early 90s when I was able to get a 91 Ford Aerostar that was specially modified for me so that I could be able to drive. And it gave me an incredible sense of freedom, which I cherished very much. And then, 98, 99, I started working for a company here in Southeast Michigan that provided customer service for one of the major cell phone carriers, which I provided customer care for. I worked for them about 3.5 years, and I was laid off in April of 2002. And I kept looking for work all along, up until April of 2003, where I was in a car accident, where my van was totaled, unfortunately. My knee was significantly injured in the accident because I was sandwiched with in a 4-car accident, as I mentioned, where my foot was on the brake, and it put a lot of strain on my right knee. And then back in May of 2003, I was returning from a job interview in a job recruiter's office, and I was walking in the door of my mother's house, where my knee gave out on me, and unfortunately I fell headfirst on my back down the basement stairs, where I found out later that I had suffered an incomplete spinal injury. And unfortunately, I was not able to walk from that point forward. And I spent about 6 weeks or so over at Beaumont Hospital here in Warlock, Michigan, not knowing that my life was going to be drastically changed significantly. I thought I could just snap out of it, but haven't been able to do so since. And unfortunately, I've been wheelchair bound ever since, and rely on the use of a power chair, which I've used for about the last 7 years or so. And I spent a good 1.5 to 2 years or so living at my grandmother's house, my grandparents' house, I should say, because at the time my mother's house was not wheelchair accessible. So then my mom had a major renovation done, an addition put on the house, so that I could move back home. Then in 2007, February to be exact, I met this special person who became the love of my life. Her name is Diana. We met on February 2nd, and things started progressing very nicely. And lo and behold, things started to develop more and more seriously between us. We became engaged, and we planned a wedding, where we did get married on June 28th of 2008, where we had lots of family and friends that came to join us for this wonderful celebration. And it was just such a joyous occasion, and it's a very memorable one. Then in January of 2009, we moved into our house here in Southfield, Michigan, which is a 3-bedroom ranch that sits on about an acre of land, and it's very beautiful over here. Then in 2010, I started looking for work and didn't have much success doing so. Then I thought, with all these movies and TV shows that are being filmed here in Michigan, why not sign up with some talent agencies to see what opportunities there could be for someone who is disabled and wheelchair bound? Well, lo and behold, I got a phone call from one of the agencies in November of 2010 asking if I'd like to be a featured extra in this movie called Cripple, based on a true story of someone who suffered a spinal injury as well. And it was a wonderful experience. And this one scene that I was part of, I was seated right next to one very well-known actor. His name is Tom Sizemore. And I'm looking forward to seeing the film and seeing how many scenes of that area of the film that I'm actually going to be seeing. So I'm hoping that this may be the first of many films that I'll be part of, where they may want to hire me for someone who's actually wheelchair bound and enjoy the wonderful opportunities of being an actor. At the end of this video, I'm going to post some contact information, and feel free to contact me. And thank you for your time, and have a good day.